to be talking to you, belladonna. Should've taken a break, not an Oxford comma. Take what I want when I wanna.
So it's Tuesday. I did not end up recording anything yesterday. I don't care. Look at me, give it a shit. Life happens, shit happens. You deal with it. I'm here to watch Far From Home. I was meant to see it on IMAX, but I couldn't because once again, shit happens. That's life. So I'm seeing it on regular screen. I'll probably come and see it on IMAX like later on, sometime next week if they're still showing it. But I'm so excited and I cannot wait. Like I love Homecoming. I saw it like 3 times. So I'm expecting to watch Far From Home like 5 times before it goes out to the cinema. So I finished watching Spider-Man Far From Home yesterday. I was meant to have actually sat down here and done that conversation, but not gonna lie, there was so much traffic. I didn't get home until about, I think about 9-10ish, and I just got home. I had dinner. I was like, oh, I'll do a quick check-in and let everybody know my thoughts, and then I did not because your gal slept. I was exhausted. Like, traffic sucks. So yeah, it's Wednesday and I have not been able to stop thinking about it. Like I slept, I woke up, I was still dreaming about it. I love every aspect of that movie. Like if you've read the comics and you see Mysterio, because when I saw Mysterio I was like, this story does not compute. And I'm like, this story does not compute. Like, suspicious. And like, when my suspicions were confirmed, I was that stupid ass bitch screaming in the cinema because I was like, called it. But yes, Peter and MJ's relationship, like, goddamn, Tom Holland and Zendaya have such great, fantastic chemistry, and they legitimately had me believing that they were Peter and MJ, and they had feelings and emotions, and they liked each other, and they were just so adorable and cute and sweet. And I was just like, oh, it's so adorable. Like I loved it. Oh my god, I loved it. It was so cute, so cute. The twist at the end with Nick Fury, I did not see that. The twist at the end with Mysterio, I did not see that. Like every single time we have an end credit scene, an end and mid credit scene, especially for Marvel themed movies, I'm always losing my mind because it's always so good. And yeah, I watched Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, I watched Andrew Garfield, but this is the Spider-Man I've connected with the most. One, I think that because Tom Holland is the perfect Spider-Man, and so I also think it's of course because of the agreement that Sony and Marvel have, with the caveat that Marvel is the one that casts and directs and writes the scripts and basically does everything to give them a movie, and Sony has their name on it and rigs in all the rewards. What Marvel gets is that they get to have Peter Parker, Spider-Man in the MCU. I don't know why I just explained that because I'm certain a lot of people know, but if you do not know, that's the reason why starting from Homecoming, Sony has stepped up their Spider-Man game, is because of the fact that they renegotiated a new contract with Marvel. So now Marvel is asked to consult, and they basically do a lot of the heavy lifting. But unlike the previous times when Spider-Man was not allowed to appear in the MCU because Marvel sold the rights to Sony, and of course sold the rights to X-Men, Fantastic Four, Deadpool, all the others to Fox, which they've now bought. But they are not buying Sony, and they and Sony had an agreement. That was since I think Captain America Civil War, when Peter first made his appearance in the MCU. Like, by the way, that was cool. So yeah, I just went into a long ass explanation. You did not need to hear this, but I had a great time. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I watched it with my best friend. She is going to get a doctorate. I know, right? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even have a master's, and my best friend is going to get a doctorate. She's going to get a doctorate in a couple of months. So we're just trying to get as much movie viewing time and bonding time before she leaves, because when she does, it will be a case of when she comes to visit, when I get to travel to the UK, and all of that. But we had a lot of fun. It was a blast. Like it was one of the most entertaining Spider-Man movies, and I can't wait to see where part 3 goes. I know that we're entering the next phase of the MCU. I can't wait for them to do the announcement so that I can know all the movies that are coming and I can prep for them. Yes, I am that big a nerd. Sue me. But that was how Spider-Man went. I also finished City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. Luckily enough, this actually does have a hint of romance, so it did work for Dwarf Mount for my Bookie Junkie trials, which I am so happy about. I think I'm giving it a 3 stars. Initially it was a 2.5, but I'm like, you know what, Noria, don't be such a bitch. You did enjoy parts of it. Like, it was minimal, but it's not really special. It didn't blow me out of the water, but I didn't hate it and I didn't love it. I was pretty ambivalent towards it, which was the reason why I'm giving it it's 2.5 stars, but I'm rounding it up to 3 stars. Thankfully, Clary seems to have, mended that bridge with Isabel at the end. We hope sincerely that the new connection / bond they have lasts long. There was the scene with Jace and Valentine, and I was just like, oh my god, it is nothing like the shows, you guys. It is nothing like, I am losing my shit and losing my mind. I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah. Whew. I have questions. I'm going to keep reading it because, one, I bought every single, you can't say it, but I bought all the Cassandra Clare books. And 2, because people told me that it gets way better. And 3, I am here for Magnus. It did not show up enough in this book, but I heard that it keeps showing up a lot in the books. Yes, I am Magnus trash, so I go where he goes. So yeah, Magnus being but like I said, I enjoyed it. No, I wouldn't say I enjoyed it. It was okay. It was an okay read. I can't wait to read the second book in the series, but I do have other books I am reading first before I get to it. But you'll probably be captured in 1 or 2 reading vlogs, so you'll definitely be seeing me go on that journey. But yeah, so
Hello?
happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, happy birthday. So I've done my recording for my Reading Rush TBR. That should be going live tomorrow, and I've also edited it, so I'm just waiting to upload it. I'll do that sometime tonight. And I've done that, I've eaten, and now I'm ready to get some reading done because it's already afternoon. It's like mid-afternoon already. Where the fuck is time going? And I'm stuck between either reading On the Come Off by Angie Thomas, which is my fuck classism pick, or Dragon Pearl by Yuan He, which is my choice for the Apothecary Towers for the Bookie Junkie trials. I actually did number all the books I had on my shelf, and I put it in a random number generator, and that was how I stumbled on this. Thankfully, it was a book I'd not read yet, so I'm not sure On the Come Up or Dragon Pearl. You know what, I'm going to probably read 2 to 3 chapters of each, and then whichever one of them is calling out to me the most is the one I would read for the rest of today, and then pick up the second one by tomorrow. So it's Friday. I started the 24-hour readathon for the FuckAthon. So my plan is to it's actually a combo for me. So I'm going to be reading both books for the FuckAthon and books for the Bookie Junkie trials, because today is the 12th, and I'm not even halfway done with a lot of the books I want to read, so I really need to catch up on that. But at the same time, I also want to get my nails done because I have missed having nails. I've missed having nails, so I want to get my nails done. I also want to get some almond oil because I seem to be having some sort of reaction, so staying away from makeup and also getting some almond oil to help with the face. So what am I reading? I am going to be reading Dragon Pearl by Yuan He. Yes, I know I said I was going to read a couple of chapters of both On the Come Up and Dragon Pearl and see which one of them I wanted to read yesterday, but I started Dragon Pearl and I couldn't put it down, and I was really having a blast with it, but then I had to work, so I couldn't really do much. But right now I'm on page 94 of Dragon Pearl. It's just a little over 300 pages, so I would soon be halfway done. I'm probably going to pause a bit on this and listen to Just for Show by Jay, because that's my pick for the Fuck Heteronormativity prompt, and it's an audiobook, so I'll be listening to that while I'm getting my nails done, and when I'm done, of course, go back to this. But it's going to be a busy day and I'm starving, so nails, I have to get some reading done, I have to cook, I have to eat, and yes, I also took some pictures for my Bookstagram account. I don't know if you all know, but I have a Bookstagram account. It's at Noria Reads, and I took some really gorgeous pictures that I cannot wait to put up, because damn, like, practice, people, practice. Like, if you see the very first set of pictures I was putting up on my Bookstagram, they were just like boring, plain pictures. Like, they were okay, but they were not really spectacular. But like, boom, like now I'm taking pictures like this, and I'm like, and I've not edited it yet, so I can't wait to do that and then put it up. And just, today's gonna be busy, but today's gonna be good. And yeah. It's Saturday and I'm on my way to my friend's party. It's a birthday party, so I have wine, red wine, sweet red wine, which, yes please, and and I also have the books I got her as a gift. It's like 4 books. I hope she enjoys them. I hope she likes them. Fingers crossed that she does. But I am not going to kid myself and pretend I'm going to get any reading done, because that's just me deceiving myself. Today is just about having a great time with friends, eating a lot of food, getting drunk, sleeping, because I have to be at work tomorrow, like about 12-ish. So yeah, I'm going to eat a lot, drink a lot, sleep a lot, and then go to work on Sunday. But that's my plan. I'll keep you updated, and I hope I'm able to get some footage of, like, you know, the party and stuff, because I did kind of promise you that at the end of last week's vlog. So hopefully I am not a liar and I'm able to keep to my word. My plan was to attempt to vlog, because it's Sunday night and I am trying to wrap up this. Once again, I don't think I did so well in this week's vlog. I'm so sorry. You all probably are looking at my vlogs. I'm like, oh my god, Noria, stop doing vlogs, stop attempting to do vlogs. You suck at them. But I had plans. Like, my plan was to take you on this journey, show you the party, show you the events and stuff, because there were a lot of friends, but it's just that we all kind of got wasted, you know. And yeah, I might or might not put a video clip of me just totally zoning out, and I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I'm not even sure if I think I recorded it, but I just know I was out of the zone. I might insert that clip so you understand the reason why there was no recording done yesterday at all, because your girl was drunk and high as fuck. Fuck. Okay, and I didn't get any reading done yesterday because, as expected, I was going to a party. I took a book, because I take a book everywhere with me, and I started, but when it got to a point when the words were running into each other, I decided that I was not going to go through with it. But I did get to page 187 of Dragon Pearl. It's about 300 pages, so I'm definitely more than halfway through. I'm actually enjoying the story so far. I love the mix of mythology and science fiction. I love the fact that they are clearly in space. I love the fact that Min is very good with technology and equipment, and she definitely has what it takes to be an engineer, except for the fact that she's kind of living under a false identity at this point. And I'm waiting. I'm counting down the time when it's going to, because we know it's going to blow up in our face. Like, it's expected, but I have my suspicions as to exactly what is going on, and I have my suspicions as to who the bad guy is so far, and or who the bad person is so far, and I think I might be right. I wouldn't know until I finish the book, but so far not bad. It's small, so I'm certain, hopefully fingers crossed, that no work shows up, because I've been working during my holidays, which is sad, but hopefully no work shows up and I'll be able to finish Dragon Pearl tomorrow. Now before you go, but Noria, this is like another week. Like, how many books did you finish? Because last week I finished one book, and that was The Loves and Lives of Roxana Ali. I started 2 other books, but I didn't finish them last week. But this week I did finish 2 books, which is an improvement. So I finished Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race by Renia Lodge. I listened to it on audio. I loved it. I already spoke a lot about it extensively in the first part, like in last week's vlog. But this week I love the fact that Rennie was showing in the different ways in which structural racism raises its ugly head, you know, in society, and sometimes we don't notice it, you know, whether it's regards to pay or regards to adoption. The fact that black children in the UK are adopted a year later than their white counterparts. How it reflects in terms of like grades, in getting into good schools, in getting graded, in the sense that research has shown that apparently when it is that you have an external teacher mark like the work of a black child in the school, they would usually grade the child higher than their teachers would, because there's no racial bias coming into play with that. I love the fact that she talks about, you know, structural racism, but also ultimately how it is also like people make the structures, and it's a case of a collective deciding that, okay, one particular group is better than the other, and one particular group is going to be discriminated against at the expense of others. And you know, I love the fact that, you know, when she defines white privilege as the absence of the consequences of racism, and it hits you, because for one group to be discriminated against and to suffer the effects of that, then another group benefits from the other one being put down. That's just the way life works. And it's just, I'm going to go into more details in my wrap-up, but I really did enjoy it. I would note though that a lot of, like, Rennie definitely writes this book from a perspective of a black woman, because she definitely does not bring in as much instances and examples of other races other than you know, white and black in the book. So if it is that you're thinking, okay, maybe she goes into what it means to be Chinese Briton, for example, that there's no mention of that. She did bring in the Indian experience, but that was part of her history pages, and she was trying to get to a point with that. So there is that. I particularly loved a chapter on white feminism, because a lot of what she was saying were definitely things that I agree with, and I remember nodding my head and taking so many notes and saying that, yes, thank you very much. Because see, there's something about having the thoughts and not being able to exactly put it into words the way you want it said, and there's just something satisfying about picking up a book that is able to put into words the thought you've always had, but not being so certain about how you want to share it. So I finished Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race. I gave it 5 stars. I loved it. And I also finished City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, which I gave 3 stars. I came for the family system, like really tight group of friends that will do everything for each other. And so far, I guess that's the reason why so far Simon is my favorite character. I love him. I'm also always very iffy about men that are, you know, very good friends with women and with the expectations to eventually date them. Like there should be some sort of romantic feeling, and then get really butthurt when they realize that the girl or the woman they are in love with does not love them back. But thankfully Simon does come back, and you know, he sort of redeems himself. But I was just like, must we really do this? Really, must we? But like I said, it's 2007 YA, so there's a certain standard that is to be expected. But I am definitely going to be wrapping up this week's vlog. I don't know if you can see, but my eyes are still slightly swollen. I'll still sleep deprived because I had to go into work today. That was not a very productive meeting, but I had to go into work for a meeting today, and I want to record this, upload this, and then go to bed because I am so fucking tired. But let me know how your week went so far, how your reading week was. Were you able to read as much books as you wanted to? I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this coming week I actually do cover a significant chunk of my TBR, because my reading taste tends to be pretty yo-yo. There are some weeks when I only read like 2 books, and then there are some weeks when I read like 8 books in a week. So fingers crossed that this coming week is one of those weeks. And yeah, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Check out my other videos, subscribe if you want to. I make new videos every Sundays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and I'll see you soon. Until then, stay passionate, love books, love yourself. Bye.
You are my strange addiction. My doctors can't explain my symptoms.